They doubted you, didn't they? Maybe they didn't say it directly, but you could feel it in their tone, in their silence, in the way they never asked about how your dreams were going. Because deep down, they never believed in them in the first place. You have been walking around carrying a weight that wasn't yours to carry. Their disbelief, their fear, their limitations dressed up as advice. They told you to be careful, to be realistic, to aim lower, to not take the leap, and for a while you listened. Not because you didn't believe in yourself, but because the doubt was loud. And here's the thing about doubt, it doesn't always scream, sometimes it whispers quietly, consistently. You're not good though. This isn't for you. Sometimes someone has already done this before. What if you fail? And slowly those voices sneak in and you don't even notice. When they start living rent free in your head, suddenly every idea you have is met with frustration. Every opportunity becomes a risk. Every challenge becomes a threat instead of a chance. The world is noisy, and that noise, it doesn't drown you out. The most important thing of all is your own voice. But even in all that noise, there was a whisper, a quiet, sturdy whisper that refused to die. It didn't shout, it didn't beg, it didn't need to. It just said, keep going. This matters. Don't stop here. That whisper, that was you. The real you. The version of you that remembers what you wanted before the world told you to settle. The version of you that still believes in what's possible even when nobody else does. And now, it's time to stop silencing that voice. It's time to start answering it. Because your answer is louder than the doubt. You see, there comes a point when you stop waiting for people to support you, waiting for the timing to be perfect, waiting for the confidence. You stop waiting and you start answering. Not with words, but with action. Your answer is showing up when it's hard, by working when nobody's clapping, by believing when nobody else does, by pushing when it's uncomfortable, by choosing growth even when fear screams louder than faith. And then, slowly, something shifts. You stop living for approval and you start living for alignment. You stop shrinking to fit in and start expanding to stand out. You stop explaining yourself because results don't need explanations. You become a walking answer. Every choice you make, every step you take becomes the loudest response to every doubt that's been ever thrown your way. And then it happens. The same people who doubted you start watching you. They won't say it at first, they will just watch from a distance. They'll try to understand how the person they overlooked became someone they now admire. They will call it luck. They will say you changed, but the truth is, you didn't change. You returned to who you really are, and their silence will become proof. Proof that you didn't need their validation. Proof that you never needed to explain yourself. Proof that your answer was always louder. So, if you're still waiting, hear this. Stop waiting, start building, start walking, and start choosing yourself even if no one else does. You weren't put here to be understood by everyone. You weren't born to fit in someone else's idea of possible. You were made to stretch limits, to shift narratives, to rise. This is your moment. Your moment to stop letting that doubt dedicate your direction. Stop letting rejection define your value. Stop letting fear make decisions on your behalf. You know what you are meant for. you have always known it. And the world is waiting to you to stop hating and start answering. Answer with your work, answer with your fire, answer with the empire you build from the ashes of what they said you couldn't do. And when they ask, how did you do it? You won't need to say a word. You will just smile because your answer already said it all. Because your answer is louder than their doubt. It always was, my dear. So go answer them with everything they said you couldn't do and prove them wrong.